Hey everybody, it's Hut Wiggly. Hey, today I'm going to talk about the action figures that I use. One of the questions that I get frequently is, where do you get those action figures? So I think it's important to talk about what I use, and then I can talk about where you get them from. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my friend here. This is G.I. Joe Classic Collection Super Articulated Action Figure. So I'm going to look at him. This is what I use. This is the guy I use for all my videos, the action figure body. I'm going to talk about him for a little bit. Okay, I had to fit him with a pair of shorts because I got a terms of use violation last time I tried to publish a video like this because he was naked. He's got shorts on, so hopefully that's good enough for the censors there at YouTube. Basically, I score these guys on eBay. I try to get them naked if I can, with clothes, whatever. They're just a good general purpose figure to use for doing stop motion. Let's start here with the torso. I like how he's got this joint, this ball joint in his torso that allows him to do some crazy poses, and like that. The other important thing that he has are the double jointed elbows and knees. That closely approximates human beings and their ability to move our elbows and knees. He's got the smaller feet, which facilitates changing shoes. He's just a really cool all-around figure to use. The hands, I don't know if you can see these hands, they've got hinges in them. It allows him to open and close his hands. His index finger is separate from the rest of his fingers, which allows him to gesture, point, pull triggers on guns, whatever. I think that's a cool feature too, and I really like having that ability to open and close the hands like that. The head sculpt, I don't remember where this head sculpt came from. It's not a stock G.I. Joe head sculpt, but this is just my example figure. I scored this guy on eBay recently. There are a lot of G.I. Joes, and if they have clothes on, it's difficult to tell them apart from the standard Classic Collection figures. However, there's certain ways if you look, you can tell. There's a little gap in his wrist right here. I don't know if you can see. If you see that peeking out on his uniform on eBay or whatever in the auction photos, you can tell that's a super articulated Classic Collection figure. The other way, the neck post is a little different than the regular Classic Collection G.I. Joe. Those are basically the two things I look for. They did make a few of the Classic Collection figures, the standard Classic Collection, with the hinged hands. So just because he has hinged hands and you can see the hinge in his hands on the auction photos doesn't mean it's necessarily a super articulated model. Basically, it's just knowing what you're looking for. So this is the guy I use. I've got quite a few of them, and it's my favorite figure to use for stop motion work, just for the simple fact that the posability is just insane and just really cool. So, but there he is. That's what I use. I get them on eBay. I used to get them in the stores when they were available, but since Hasbro doesn't sell this model anymore, he's difficult to come by. He has turned up recently in the Indiana Jones toy line. This exact same body has turned up on the Cairo Swordsman action figure and the German officer action figure, the 12-inch figures. That's pretty much the only source for the actual figures themselves. Now I'm going to talk about the clothing and the uniforms and the equipment that I use. Okay, if you look here, this is the stage I use to shoot all of my my stop motion videos. If you look under my stage here, I have all these drawers. This is basically my storage area. What I do is, when I get a hold of one of these guys and I want to create a particular character for a video, what I do is I have all these bins down underneath my stage here, and they contain, I've got a stash of helmets and headgear and hats, and over here I have a stash of boots and shoes, and then above that I have guns, weapons, knives, swords, that kind of thing. Now, if I go over here, I have a stash of clothing, uniforms, that type of thing. It's basically a matter of sifting through that and finding what I need. I have quite a selection here of clothing and accessories and uniforms and hats and boots and stuff like that. It comes from collecting it for over 11 years. Occasionally, I'll put a uniform together and just keep it in a bag so it's handy. I'll keep it in here. This New York firefighter uniform here. It's got the Scott pack and all that cool stuff. So that's ready to go if I ever wanted to make a firefighter action figure for any reason. But yeah, I've got pretty much everything I'll need here. Every genre, every era, and it's just a matter of putting it together and making a uniform out of it. Like I said, Classic Collection G.I. Joe, that's what I use for my actual figures, and then I just have my uniform stash here. There are places online you can go. I don't really endorse any of them or anything like that. I just buy what I need from whoever has it. There's goodstufftogO.net. There's wartoys.com. There's elitebrigade.com. All those places are good for getting uniforms and that kind of stuff. But like I said, I don't work for any of them, so I don't endorse any of them, and I can't really guarantee the service of any of them. So that's pretty much it for as far as what I use for action figures. Classic Collection, super articulated G.I. Joe. That's pretty much all you need to know. I know a lot of people are hot for Dragon action figures and think that they're cool, and they are cool. They have like all the really cool articulation that G.I. Joe here does. The only thing that I don't like about the Dragon figures is that the joints in the elbows and knees has like a little ratcheting thing. It makes it click, makes a little slight click when you bend them. It kind of restricts the ability to do increments using stop motion when you shoot. These are smooth. These are got like a little rubber device that keeps them tight, and generally speaking, they seem to work out okay. Like I said, this is my guy. This is what I use. I've got quite a few of these. I change them up. I change the heads to create other characters for different movies. So I'm constantly rotating them in and out of stock. Yeah, like I said, there's really no one place that I get them. There's really no one source for obtaining these guys. It's just all hit and miss, and that's pretty much what I use. Hey, if you guys got any more questions about action figures or where I get them from or any of that stuff, just go ahead and email me privately. I can recommend some things, maybe send you some links. But like I said, I don't particularly endorse anybody or for obtaining these. These are pretty much collectibles, but they serve a really good purpose for doing stop motion, and that's why I use them. So that's it. Like I said, email me if you got any more questions, and I'm going to make some more videos here pretty soon, and you guys can dig those too, and I will talk to you soon.